So now that we are back in Brazil from the States and we got so much baby stuff, we finally decided to sit down and show you guys a whole bunch of it.
Yes, we don't have everything to show you today because a lot of the things that we got are also kind of like basics nursery stuff, such as like a mattress pad or a changing pad, you know, a plush cover for the changing pad.
Exactly.
All these things are quite basic, but we decided to show you today the most important or our must-haves in this situation that we're in right now.
Exactly. We won't show you the sippy cups and the plates and stuff that we got for a little later on, because you have to remember our situation is pretty unique again here. We're in Brazil, we were just back in the States, and we had really one shot to make a whole bunch of purchases and to try to make the most educated purchases that we possibly could. And we did it with a lot of your help also.
Yes. Your help, family help, so lots of tips which were so extremely helpful to us.
Let us know what you guys think of this stuff. We'll definitely leave links to it all down below also for you. So without further ado,
let's start.
Let's get going.
Well, the first thing that I want to show you guys is this sleeping sack. So the brand is Halo.
Yeah,
and
Halo sleep sack.
Yeah, it's a sleep sack, and it's meant for you to swaddle the baby overnight. We thought this was amazing, and this was actually highly recommended by your sister. A lot of these recommendations were, you know, things that Renee used a lot, Ryan's sister, with Baby Max. So if you guys know Baby Max.
Yeah, you guys have seen him a bunch.
And these are items that she's used a lot in the first 6 weeks of having Max. So we definitely took it to heart, and we love these. So these are really cool. They come with like a Velcro part, and you just zip up your baby in here. There are instructions.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Right here, how you can swaddle your baby overnight, and it's very soft, very cozy. Within the swaddling theme, we got a lot of these blankets from. These are muslin blankets from. Yeah,
this is Aiden and an A.
Aiden and an A. We had to actually Google how to say it.
We looked up the pronunciation.
how to pronounce that brand. But we got
adorable.
a few. We got actually 3 ourselves.
Yeah.
And they're really adorable.
So were they a 3-pack? Is that how we bought them?
Yeah,
right?
we bought it with a 3-pack.
Yeah.
And then, no, I'm sorry, we got a 4-pack. And then one of our viewers, Mallory, hi Mallory.
Hey Mallory.
Was so kind, and she gave us 2 more in our meetup. So she gave us these 2 here.
Yeah,
so now we have 6.
Now we got quite a collection.
Yeah, so
thank you, Mallory, so much. And it was so nice to meet you and your kids also.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming out.
We're definitely intending to swaddle little Bean, and it's something that we can use. These blankets are super versatile.
Yeah.
Like we can use it, you know, I don't know, like over the shoulders as a blanket. It's very breathable. It's very light. It's good for the climate here in Brazil, and I think we're going to use a lot of them.
And they're sort of cute.
They're very cute.
Guys, next up, bottles here. We've got a whole collection, and we ended up going with Dr. Brown's. This was also, I guess in part based on my sister's recommendation.
Those are the ones that she got.
Exactly, and we were really torn between these Dr. Brown's bottles and the Philips event bottles as well.
Right, those are the 2 that we're looking at.
Yeah, and we just got a great deal on these. This was the best buy for us.
Right.
And my sister recommended them so highly because with Baby Max, this little tube that stretches inside these bottles seems to go a long way, she said, toward, you know, helping to deal with, like, you know, him taking in extra air and
colic and things like that.
Exactly right. So we like the look of them a lot. The deal was that we got this package, and it came with both the newborn bottles and this slightly larger size, which was nice. And, you know, we think it's enough for us.
Yeah, and several nipple sizes as well.
Yeah, several different sizes there. If we need to supplement for any reason, we can always find ourselves some of the Philips event bottles here. I've never seen these in Brazil, but...
me neither.
You know, the other ones are here, and, yeah, you know, my sister loved them, and hopefully they'll be right for our little Bean.
Yeah. So guys, speaking of bottles, next up we want to show you is this bottle sterilizer that we got, and this is by Munchkin. We thought was important because we don't want to be those new parents that will be like boiling the bottles and then all of a sudden forget about it.
And boiling the bottles.
Yeah, and melting them down. We don't have a lot of options for bottles here, and you know, we have to really take care of the stuff that we got.
need to hang on to our Dr. Brown's.
Yes, exactly. So this was a good buy. Barely fits our microwave.
It barely fits in the microwave. Like we've got a normal size microwave here. It's not that big, and this big spaceship here like just gets in there. So it should hopefully work great, save us a little bit of time, and keep us away from the stove.
Yeah. So that was a good buy.
Guys, check out this haul right here. I don't know if you can see, but this is every kind of pacifier under the sun here.
Almost every
Almost
kind.
all of them. We got a lot of information from you guys about how you just never really know what type of pacifier your little one is going to take to. And so we just tried to get, you know, a couple of great selections. We saw my sister using these from Event, which are so convenient because you can sort of tuck your finger into it, and we had the chance to use it with Baby Max as well. We loved it a lot. So that's that Philips Event Soothie. Yeah, so we got these, we got a few, also we got like a few different sizes. So also
like,
from Event.
This one it's meant to be like from 6 to 18 months. So thinking of the future. This is Nook.
Yeah, we got a Nook also, and there are a couple that aren't even labeled. I feel like they were packaged along with other stuff.
This one came with the Dr. Brown's bottle.
Okay, and this is a Nook also.
This one came with for my sister. This is why. So we have a lot of selections, a lot of options for pacifiers.
And they're not expensive.
No, they're not.
They're not expensive really here in Brazil either. You still pay more for them, but you know, if she takes to one of these, great. And if we should happen to need more of them, we can always get more of that pacifier here as well.
Exactly. So next up is one of our favorite purchases. It's a Boppy!
Yeah, thank you, you two. You guys made this happen, I think.
Yeah, so we got the Boppy itself, the water-resistant cover, and the outside cover, which we loved. Do you want to give it a close
it's like,
up?
look at it, it's like adorable and forest-themed. There's like little sleeping critters all over it, which we loved.
So cute. Yeah, and again, we looked into nursing pillows a lot. And there were some other recommendations. I know your sister used the Boppy, and she used another one, which I forgot the name.
But you had the chance to try both, and this felt so nice also.
This felt nice. And
it came so highly recommended.
Yes, and it also felt like a more multitasking item. Like, because with the Boppy, you can use, obviously, to nurse, and you can use it for tummy time, you can use it to set your baby, you know, to prop your baby up a little bit as you do other things. So it was such a good purchase. I'm so glad that we went with it. I'm looking forward to like having her down here and looking at her little face. So I love the Boppy.
Next up is the carrier.
Yeah,
we had a choice of carriers, guys, and we ended up going with the Baby Bjorn. Right there it is. This is their like traditional model. This is another instance where my sister chose something different than us, and a lot of reviews and recommendations led us to the Baby Bjorn instead. We definitely plan on wearing our baby, so as much as possible.
As much as possible. We decided to go with a carrier versus something like a sling, just because of, you know, to us was a little bit more practical, and we prefer that method.
And we've seen Priscilla's sister using the sling, and it just takes her a little while to get in and out of it. Doesn't mean that it's not the right choice for a lot of people, but you know, when we weighed our options, we thought the Baby Bjorn made a lot of sense. Right,
and your sister went with Ergo Baby, which was the other brand that we're looking into. And the reason that we chose Baby Bjorn was because, I don't know, we just liked the design better. It just felt really sleek, especially for you and for me. I mean, obviously Ryan and I have very different body types. He's huge, you know. He's so tall.
My body type is huge.
He's so tall, and it worked for both of us, which was awesome. And the design is quite slick, and it just felt comfortable.
And really secure also.
Very secure.
Like really well engineered. So we were pretty happy with it. So we're excited to put it into use for the first time, and you know, we're just a couple of months away from it.
Baby Bjorn.
Baby Bjorn. Guys, next up is our baby monitor, and we ended up going for this little model here from Philips Event. And you know, we would like to have maybe had one of those models that's just the camera that you can use your cell phone with it, but we do not have the best internet connection here at the house. And what's funny about our connection is it makes it to Priscilla's side of the bed, but not really to my side of the bed. And then the nursery is going to be the next room back, and it wasn't really an option for us. So we decided to go again with like one of these two-piece models here, but it worked really well. I was really happy with it. Nice light camera here, easy to mount, you know, all the fixins. It's got the infrared vision so you can see in the dark. You can talk back and forth, play music back and forth. I don't know how well those really work or how often people use them, but it's there if we want to use it. And then I really liked the monitor because it stands up like that also. So it's not something that we have to like pick up and grab every time we want to see it.
It just stands up.
Yeah, and the image was pretty great. So Philips Events, it was dual voltage. It works great here in Brazil for us, and you know, so far we're pretty happy with it.
Guys, our next big purchase was a rock and play.
Yeah.
We went with the Fisher-Price model that so many of you recommended. We saw so many great reviews about it. It's so important that we have a comfortable spot for her to be as we do other things, and we needed, that was a must purchase for us.
Yeah, I've got to say, now that we're back here and we've broken out all the stuff and we've really sort of taken stock of our own haul, I sort of feel like the rock and play might be the most important thing that we came back with.
I think the rock and play and the stroller.
The rock and play and the stroller, which is coming up next here. There's our teaser. It's like, it works so well. I mean, we had the chance to set it up. Again, it's dual voltage, so it works here in Brazil as well. It's like adorable the way it rocks. We've heard such good things about it, and baby Max, my sister's baby, has responded really, really well to his. It's
so important that we give her some sort of independent feeling, I think. As we have her, obviously as a newborn, she would need to be cuddled, she would need to be in our arms, and I plan to nurse, but we also want to establish independence with her. And what we mean by that is that, you know, we want to have her in a safe, secure place that she's comfortable in, as we, I don't know, we sit down for a bite or something like that. And I think the rock and play will give her this little bit of time that she's not, you know, in our arms all the time.
Exactly. Otherwise, we're going to be eating in shifts, which maybe happens anyway.
Yeah, maybe happens, maybe not. But
it gives us an option.
Right, exactly. And maybe she will, you know, and again, to establish that feeling of like independence for her, you know, so.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Next big purchase, guys, was the stroller, and this was
the most complicated one.
This was the most complicated purchase. It came in a giant box, and we were so lucky to have no problems coming back with it. We did have to wrap it in plastic in Mexico City very unexpectedly, but we got it all back here. We opened it up. It is the Graco Fast Action Connect 2.0 travel system. The color is Sunshine, this black and yellow color. We got a really great deal on it on Amazon.
And that was the key thing. Out of all the research we did, and we were looking into travel systems first.
Exactly, which just for us makes the most sense. You know, it gives us that newborn carrier / car seat.
Right.
Gives us the base that we can put into the car as well. And then, you know, you have that like slightly more mature stroller underneath it all.
When she's a little bit bigger.
When she's just a little bit older, we'll be able to utilize that. It just feels so strong and so well made, especially compared to some of the options that we saw here in Brazil.
Right.
And we got to be honest, we priced out some strollers here in Brazil afterward.
You guys won't believe it.
You would, I mean, to find something even close to this, even in the same range, would be 3, 4, 5 times as much money more. Even it's pretty shocking the difference.
If you're lucky to find it.
Yeah, exactly right. So looks really well made. It folds up like with one arm so nicely also. So we like that a lot. And like some of you guys pointed out in one of our videos, some of the other strollers were a little bit short for me, and this one was just perfect. I can stand up straight and my hands fall comfortably on the handle, so for me it works really well as well.
Yeah, I agree. And for me as well, I mean, even though we have a huge difference in height. And we really liked, again guys, that this was a really good deal price-wise. We did have a budget, so you know, it's not like we were in the US and we could spend any amount of money on anything. We just had to do all these purchases, and they all cost a lot of money, plus the trip over there as well. So we did have a budget that we had to follow, and I think this travel system is the combination of stroller and car seat that was the safe, sturdy, get us through, you know, this time that we are in Brazil with her, and it's just like good quality for the price and for what we needed.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So that was going to be the big finish, guys. But we've got one more item for you. We came home with her first teddy bear.
Yes, we couldn't resist. We didn't get tons of toys for her because we just don't know what she's gonna like. We got a few things, but you know, toys weren't our priority. But we couldn't resist this teddy bear.
It's the softest thing you've ever felt.
So soft, and we wanted to give her something special. It says here, my first teddy. and we would love if she could keep this for the rest of her life, but obviously we don't know.
Yeah, but
it's something that, you know, we will treasure perhaps more than she will.
Yeah, we'll remember it as she's like ripping off arms and ears. And
we'll remember that, you know, when we saw this little teddy, we thought of her immediately, and we wanted to give her something, you know, special, and, you know, from the two of us. So.
Yeah. We didn't see much in the way of toys that we were able to bring back, but we walked by this and we just couldn't resist.
Yeah,
so it was worth it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is the haul.
Yeah, this is it, guys. Obviously, there's so much more stuff.
There's more stuff that we brought.
These are some of the highlights we definitely wanted to show you guys, and we hope you liked it all. Again, everybody makes different decisions. A lot of our decisions were made specifically for this trip of ours back to Brazil, and with living abroad in mind. If we were back in the States, we might have done it a little bit differently, I suppose, as well. But
waited on some purchases, made different decisions.
Exactly.
But that's our situation at the moment.
Yeah,
so.
and we'll learn a lot about this once Little Bean arrives.
Yeah,
also, so
exactly.
we'll figure out how it all works. So thanks, guys, for watching this video. We hope you liked it. Give it a big thumbs up if you did, and leave a lovely comment down below for us.
Yes.
Tell us what you think of it all. Again, you'll find what was your favorite, and you'll find links to all of it down there as well. And definitely subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you guys back here again soon.
Bye!
Bye!